In 1987, the Carey Institute started the Hudson River ecosystem study, and they've done all these different things trying to assess the health and interactions within the river. And so today I just wanted to bring us out here and look at some of the different animals that live here, and I'll just talk about some of the invasive species that are here. There's a lot of different ones. There's some plants like the common reed and false indigo, and then there's also birds such as the mute swan, and then a couple different types of fish such as carp and channel catfish and largemouth bass, and then there's also zebra mussels. And the zebra mussels are what I really wanted to talk about. So they came here. If you look at some of the boats, they came over on much bigger boats than that, ones that have ballast water in them. So when these boats are over in Asia, they pick up fresh water while they're in the ports, and then they come all the way over here and then dock and discharge the ballast water, and that's how they brought the zebra mussels over here. And they've actually really proliferated. They didn't have any native predators here, and they filter, it's crazy, they filter the whole river by volume in 1 to 4 days during the summer. And because they're doing this, they're consuming a large amount of the phytoplankton and zooplankton that the native pearly mussels would usually eat. So they depleted their food source, and so the native mussels have plummeted, and they're very scarce now. And they've also changed the fish populations. They've caused the open water fish such as shad and herring to decrease, while the littoral fish such as sunfish have increased. But then it's really interesting because in 2001, for some reason, the zebra mussels all of a sudden decreased and the native species started increasing again, including the zooplankton. The Carey Institute's been able to document all of this because they were doing research before the zebra mussels arrived in 1987, and then documented their arrival in 1991, and then continued doing it up to see this decline. And they have a few theories, but they don't actually know what caused it. They think that it's possible that the native blue crabs or some of the other predators began eating the zebra mussels at a higher rate, or they maybe started eating their larvae. They also think that maybe there's an undetected pathogen or parasite in the water that's affecting the zebra mussels and not the native ones. So they're doing more research to try and figure this out. And it's also interesting because even though the zooplankton has increased, the phytoplankton still has not. And so along with the research that they're doing with the Carey Institute, there's also the Riverkeeper organization, which is initiating a lot of conservation efforts for the river. A lot of it has to do with education, such as their crude oil transport initiative. They are trying to educate people about how the crude oil transport is actually a huge risk to the ecosystem that is not talked about as often as it should be. They also are trying to make it a more fishable river. If you look at the sign over here, they're doing a campaign wanting to stop the decline of fish species, and they want to be able to keep fishing at a level that's sustainable for both the fish and people. And a few other things they've done is the trash-free Hudson. They did just one annual day where they would clean up the river, but that spurred other initiatives and kept people going and trying to keep the river clean. And then a few other things, they have the Waterfront Development Watch, where they work with new projects and try to make sure it's not going to injure the river. And then they're also looking at clean boating and actually increasing public access to the river. I actually thought they would want to decrease it, but they would like more people to enjoy the river so that they build a better connection to it and then are motivated to want to protect it and help the river. But I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the river, and I'll see you in class.